guys, and welcome back. So today we're going to be answering the questions that you guys sent in for a Q&A video. I asked for these a couple weeks ago in another video, and now we're going to answer them. So I have them on my phone, and I'm going to read through them, read the question to you, and then I'm going to read my answer. So let's get started. We will go from the bottom up, at least in the order that I believe I got them. Question 1. Are you chewing gum on your videos to make the sound more relaxing, or is there another reason? There's two reasons for it. Number 1, make a relaxing sound. I like how it sounds sometimes, and you guys seem to like it, so sometimes I do that. Reason number 2 is that whispering is pretty hard on your throat, and I get a dry mouth, and it makes it hard to keep talking. And so I found that if I chew gum, it helps keep my mouth moist, and I can make longer videos for you guys. So those are the two reasons that I chew gum when I record. Question number 2. What is your favorite finger? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure if I'm getting this question, what you're asking right, but I'm gonna go with my right index finger because it's the finger I use like for my mouse and for most things, so right index finger, I guess. Schooling. I think you mean where did I go to school? I went to school at the University of Michigan for my university. Favorite place to visit? And what are your thoughts on Florida? Favorite place to visit is a hard one for me. I love to travel. Oh man, that's a really tricky question for me. Maybe Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii, and that was really cool. Just a beautiful place. It's hard to describe if you've never been there. Just everything there is beautiful. Alternatively, maybe Rome. Rome was definitely my favorite European city that I've been to so far. Just the amount of history there and the way it's interwoven with the city was just really cool, and the food was great, and I really had a great time in Rome. So one of probably those two places. My thoughts on Florida. Love it. Great thoughts on Florida. I used to go to Florida every year with my family. I haven't gone in a couple of years now, but I like Florida. I think it's a lot of fun, and yeah, if you've never been, it's a great place to check out. So I guess those are my thoughts on Florida. Who is your favorite ASMR artist? Can I say me? I'm just kidding. That would probably, it's kind of changed over time. The first ASMR artist who really kind of got me interested in ASMR and kind of was a little bit the inspiration to make my own channel was probably the Soothing Whisperer. He doesn't make videos anymore. Every couple of years he kind of crops back up and makes like 1 or 2 videos, and then he disappears again. But I used to really like his stuff back when I started watching ASMR back in probably like 2011 or 2012, somewhere around there. More recently, my favorite ASMR artist is probably the Water Whispers. I really like the stuff that she does. I think that she makes some great content and just has a great whispering voice. She's one artist who I just find myself going back to time and again when I find I'm in a rut and just nothing is really working for me. I'll go try one of her videos, and it works pretty well for me. So, favorite type of pizza. This is gonna be a controversial one. So, I originally was all about the cheese when I was a little kid. Then when I got a little bit inspired you to do YouTube videos, and more precisely ASMR videos? It's a good question. Um, I watch a lot of YouTube. I have probably got around 100 YouTube subscriptions, and back in around 2012, like February or so, 2012, that was when I was really starting to watch a lot of YouTube. And back then, YouTube production values were a little bit lower, and especially in ASMR videos, it was a lot of people. We were kind of still at the stage of people not showing their face in a lot of videos, and I just remember thinking, you know, it sounds so cool to run a YouTube channel, and it sounds like so much fun, and I could totally do that, especially when it was at that lower production value. I was like, yeah, I could do that, and so I tried making a video with my old laptop, my first laptop, but that thing was so loud. It's the only video I've ever taken down because it was just so awful. The amount of background noise, and it's just this like kind of sound in the background of the whole video. I tried even, it's one of the only videos that I did post-processing on the audio on, and I still couldn't get rid of it. So it was, I think it got like 10 thumbs downs and no likes or something like that on like 40 views. And I was like, okay, the internet has standards. I can't put this up. So I took it down, and then I didn't make anything for a while until I got, I think I got a camera for my birthday, maybe a year later than that. And I tried with that again, and that was when I made the Harry Potter video. The first Harry Potter reading video, and then I just kind of, I didn't make anything the whole summer. I didn't know what to do, and then that fall, I was like, alright, I'm gonna try this again, and I just was like, I'm just gonna do it, I'm gonna commit, I'm gonna make regular videos, and I started making like 2 or 3 videos a week, and I just, I started doing it, and then I just kind of never stopped. I've definitely slowed down from where I was then. As I've tried to up the production value, it takes longer to make videos, so it's harder, and also I have a job now, whereas back then, I'd come home at noon, and I could just, record for 20 minutes while no one was home. Now, when I'm home, everybody's home, so it's a lot harder. So that's, why I don't record as much, but I think it was just, I'll get back to the question, it sounded like a lot of fun, and I thought it was something that I could do, and that I could be good at. I often think about starting other channels. There are other avenues of things that I would like to explore on YouTube, but I haven't done that at this point. I don't know, maybe if this channel gets bigger, one day I will. I don't know. We'll see. But that is kind of why I started, and why I started in ASMR specifically was, I thought it was more attainable than what other videos were doing, and also I was watching, I don't watch that much ASMR anymore actually, but back then I watched a ton of it, and I wanted to be a part of this new and growing part of YouTube, so I picked ASMR. Would you ever come to the UK? Yeah, definitely. I've been there once before. I spent maybe a week in London, a couple days at least. That was maybe 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more than that now. I had a great time though. Went with my family. We talked about going back. Me and my girlfriend have talked about going. But yeah, I would definitely go to the UK. So, yes. And also, I guess to elaborate a little bit on that, we've talked about going to more than just London. We've talked about definitely going back to England, but also I have Scottish, Irish, and Welsh heritage. No actual English, but so going and parts of those countries as well. Is something that we've talked about doing. Being a martial artist, do you enjoy watching UFC, Bellator, Risen, etc.? Yeah, definitely. I mostly find myself watching UFC when I do watch. I don't do a very good job of keeping up on it though, so I miss a lot of kind of what's happening. But when I see it, I find it very enjoyable to watch. I love the blend of techniques in martial arts, and I think it's very interesting to watch. These guys are very high skilled, so yeah, it's definitely a very interesting topic to me. What kind of ASMR did you receive as a kid? I don't remember a ton. I remember like my dad rubbing my back, or whispering secrets to friends, that kind of a thing. But I don't have a ton. I remember in high school there was one day I wore a button-down shirt with a collar, which was pretty unusual for me. And I was sitting in math class, and all of a sudden I heard this like rustling behind, and I got like really intense ASMR, like kind of startlingly so. And it was the girl who sat next to me. I was kind of faced that way. She was fixing my collar because it was messed up, and so that was pretty intense, but totally unexpected. I don't know. I guess those things. What age are you? I am 24 years old right now. I'll be 25 this year. What do you do? What do you work as? I work for a software company as a consultant. Basically, my job is to go to customers and gather requirements of what they need our software to do, and then convey those to the programmers. Do your parents/family know about your ASMR channel? Two people know that I have this channel. My girlfriend, my roommate, and I guess all of you. But my family and friends do not know. Not only do they not know that I run a ASMR channel, they don't know that I run a YouTube channel. I've thought about telling them, but it's kind of reached the point now where how do you tell somebody, hey, I have this channel of videos that I've been making for 3 years that you have no idea about, and they're in this very niche part of the internet. One day I think I will tell them, but I have not done so yet. I think if the channel gets a little bit bigger, then I might start to tell people about it. But for now, no, they do not know. How did you learn about the ASMR community? I learned about it just, I think, probably how most people do, I imagine. I was tired and couldn't sleep, and I remember when I was a little kid, kind of, whispering to each other. I was like, I don't know, like this nice feeling, which I now know is ASMR, and so I think I Googled or YouTube searched like whispering and something like that, and then down the rabbit hole I went. What was the first video that got you hooked to ASMR? I don't know. I'm sorry if you can hear that. My roommate is sick in the other room. It's just a cold. But probably something by the Soothing Whisper. I think he has a video where he kind of does like a guided calming, stretching video. And that was one of my favorites when I first started watching ASMR, so probably that or something else by him. has kind of changed. Back when I was in college, I wore a lot of like graphic t-shirts and dry fit stuff and blue jeans all the time. Now I wear like a lot of plain t-shirts or button downs, a lot of sweaters in the winter. I guess my fashion style is maybe best described as a blend of preppy and hipster, with occasional bits of like athletic wear thrown in there. I guess I'm not a very stylish person, which is why if you go back in my videos, you'll find an unboxing video I did with Bombfell. I got a Bombfell box, which is basically a service where they send you a package of clothes based on kind of just some information you send them, and then you pick what you like, you try it on at home, you pick what you like, and then you send the rest back. I did that because I had no idea what I liked, what I wanted, and I felt like when I graduated from high school, I needed to start moving kind of away from so much t-shirts and start getting a little bit more grown up kind of look going. But I think that I have started to move that way. But yeah, half preppy, half hipster, I guess, is I think how it's best described. Let's see. Somebody asked, "Are you a sneakerhead?" No, I am not a sneakerhead. Pretty much all of my shoes are for functional wear. I don't have that many, and I don't know. No, I'm not. Countries you want to visit? Oh boy, that is a very long list. Basically all of them. I can't really think of anywhere that I don't want to go, and I know that sounds like a bit of a cop-out, but to be completely honest, my girlfriend and I made a spreadsheet of all of the places that we want to go, and it's like 100 lines long or something like that, because travel is something that we really want to do a lot of. So I'm not going to list those all off because it's like everywhere. I want to go all over the place. How's Taekwondo going? It's going great. Team's doing really well this year. I feel like, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I think it's going really well. Thanks for asking. How come I don't compete in Taekwondo? I don't compete because I coach so much. I don't actually train a lot myself. I dedicate my time instead to helping other people be able to train and compete better. So it's just I'm not really in competitive shape, or I haven't been sparring very much, so my reflexes are kind of behind. So that is why I don't compete very much anymore. Also, there isn't the level of competition that I get used to in the collegiate scene. It's hard to find consistent competition as an adult, like you can as a college student, that isn't either like kind of, because I'm good, but I'm not amazing. So I'm not like U.S. Open level, but I'm better than most people you'll find at a local competition who are not at a U.S. Open level. So it can be kind of tricky to find people it's interesting to compete with too. So, or when I go to tournaments, I'm also usually coaching my athletes there, and so the people who I would compete against are my own athletes, and I don't want to do that. What is your favorite ASMR trigger? I don't know. I guess just kind of the voice, like the human voice, whispering or speaking softly, is really the trigger that does it for me the most, more than anything else. So the throat, I guess, or the voice. awesome. I never heard of them before we went, and I totally fell in love that night with both of their styles, but I think I liked her a little bit more than I liked it. What is your favorite TV show? You know, I just talked about this recently, and I can't remember what I said in the last video. I talked about this, but I don't watch a ton of TV. But if I had to pick a favorite TV show that is currently on the air, maybe Game of Thrones. Although I kind of go back and forth on if I even want to keep watching that show. Maybe let's go with Fresh Off the Boat. I really like Fresh Off the Boat. I always get really excited when there's a new episode for that. So I think that's my answer. If I could have any superpower, what would you have? Guys, you're asking very thoughtful questions. If I could have any superpower, I think I would want the power to maybe move things with my mind. Because I think about it as, it kind of gives you super strength. Because if I can move things with my mind, I can pick something really heavy up. And, it's like I'm, super strength then. I also fly because I can move myself. And then just, regular kind of move stuff around like you think about. So I think that. How old are you? I'm 24. Let's see. How'd you first get into ASMR? I think I answered that one already. What mic and camera do you use in your ASMR videos? I use a Zoom H5. Wanted to double check what it is as my mic, which I picked because it wasn't much more expensive than the Zoom H4N. Zoom H4N that a lot of ASMR artists use, but it's kind of a little bit more compact, and it has physical adjustment dials for the gain levels, which I thought was really nice, rather than having to kind of dig through the menus. And then, like the Zoom H4n, if I later upgrade and get external mics, it has the plugins for that, which I thought was super great. So that's the mic that I have. The camera is a Canon Rebel T3i, which I think is the 550D for those of you who are outside of the US. I'm not positive though. And the lens that I use is a Sigma 17 to 50 millimeter f2.8 OS. So that's the gear that I used to film on. I used to have like a regular camcorder. Before this mic, I had a Tascam DR05 or DR40. I don't remember. It's whatever the Tascam